That was a good nap. Uh, yeah, it's still pretty dark outside. I was thinking about visiting Cora before it got too late. I should still be fine. Got a lot on my mind ever since I talked with Audrey. Since that whole stargazing event. I'm not taking the path. Oh, man. Man, am I tired. Isn't there like a path over here now? Yeah.
Game menu. Use mouse
All right.
cursor or tab button to select element.
Just another minute away. Not even. All right. Cora?
Hmm?
Hello? Where are you?
Oh, there you
Oh,
are.
there you are. Hey.
Hi.
How are you tonight?
I'm doing good.
I know it's almost kind of late, but I was hoping we could chat, like how we do.
Sure. What would you want to talk about?
That's the thing. I everything.
We've basically talked about everything, though.
Chat screen.
I mean
Press left
everything.
shift to dismount.
Like
Use
not
your
just
sneak key
the
to get
God
up.
stuff, my family, like what happened to me, my life. I want you to start from the beginning.
You want me to talk about your life?
How it started, what happened, how it went wrong, how I got here, or rather, what led to me being here. I haven't been able to stop thinking about it since the whole stargazing event. I had an episode there, I'm sure you noticed, where I walked off. I went to the top of that observatory structure and I had a bit of an episode. Panic attack. And I felt so confined, yet free. And I jumped from the very top into the water. Only like a few people had noticed, but then I just sat back down and I felt alright again. But since then, I haven't been able to think clearly. I know more now about Alphonse, about uh, Nate, Nate Atkins, Nate Ballard, whatever, Lachlan, Meredith. But I want to know more about what happened with me and
Game menu. Options.
what I
Use
can
mouse
do
cursor
to
or tab button to select
know
element.
more. I think I'm ready for it, but
Chat settings. Use screen element 1 out of 2. Narrator, off.
I need to hear regardless. Every last detail, everything that you know.
Talk about my favorite topic.
What specifically? Like my life? Something along the way?
Along the way, yes, many times over.
Okay. Um,
Fun.
Go ahead.
Hmm. You want me to start with, like, when a person loves another person very much?
How about when I was a kid? Do you know how I was?
You were alright. I mean, as far as a kid can be.
Okay, start from there.
Hmm. Your parents always pressuring you, wanting to do more with your life. But then whenever you just made like a singular mistake, they just kind of threw you away, you know?
Doesn't sound so nice when you say it out loud.
No, I don't think it's supposed to be nice. I mean, you had a tough upbringing,
It hurts.
parents.
It hurts to know that I lived through it and yet I don't remember it how I should.
Well, when you're a child, sometimes your memory likes to take you out, leave out all the bad spots. It's called a trauma response. And boy, were you traumatized. I mean, such a tough upbringing, depression, abuse, a child way too early. I mean, it's like life really had it out for you.
You're talking about my son, Santiago.
Yeah, your partner. At least she liked you. She was your little solace, kept you sane.
Mariana.
Exactly. It's
Okay.
hard taking care of a new family, when you're just a kid. So you kind of fell behind, but what could you do? You were a happy little family, if that's anything.
I can almost sort of imagine it. Sitting with them when I knew I couldn't really sit with my own family. It's starting to make more sense than it ever has. Why I stopped visiting them and why they never even came over to our apartment. They hated what I did, starting a family. But I don't think I was ever happy until then.
It was the happiest you've ever been.
Yeah, you're right.
It didn't last long, though, because of the apocalypse. Your mother died, your father technically died. He got bitten anyway. Maybe he's still around.
That's
Your
not
brother,
how it works. Go on.
your brothers died. You got separated by a few. You don't even know if you are still alive, because you haven't seen them in a while. They went to that college thing.
I. It was like a trip. They went on a trip somewhere.
Right.
What could it have been?
Certainly somewhere.
Not home.
Not home. They're okay, I'm sure. I mean, it has been a few years since you've seen them, but I mean, they're okay now because you're in the past. They don't even exist yet.
I've been thinking about that fact a lot. How I kind of brushed it off when I first awoke here. But why this time specifically? Why in the middle of the woods just for you to find me and that other group of people? It just doesn't add up.
Maybe it will eventually.
You wouldn't know that, would you? Or is it something I should know in time?
I mean, I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually.
Go on.
You made it to this place, kind of a safety area, like a refugee place from the zombie apocalypse, you know? Keep each other
Right.
safe, all that. You reunited with one of your brothers who, came back, made you so happy. You almost had a normal life there, you know?
About as normal as
Y-
it could have been. I can faintly remember parts of it. I know there was this group within that community camp, whatever, that I was kind of initiated into. It was like a biker gang or something, but there's no bikes around now. Well,
No,
none of them are
just
around.
just train carts. You know, you guys had a happy time. You and your girlfriend, wife, fiance, I don't know. You guys like renewed your vows, something like that. And happiness. About as normal of life as you could get. What more could you ask for? Until your son got sick. People were very harsh about stealing from their supplies and taking all the medicine. But it was your son, of course you would do it. Without a second thought, right?
Right.
Eventually you had to run, of course. Because, they didn't like that.
They didn't want to help. They left me no choice.
I mean, what else would a father do for his son? Do something that your own father couldn't?
I died for Santiago.
He ended up dying for you, really.
Yeah.
Son shot through your chest. Your wife shot in front of you. You lost it all. Your brother's gone. You don't know where he went. But hey, don't worry. You got your revenge on them. Because you killed all the guys that killed your family. Kind of a retribution thing, whatever, you know?
I can kind of piece it together. It felt freeing. I'm sick that it felt good.
I mean, You were taking revenge for the people that killed your family in front of you just 'cause of some medicine. No, I guess your conscience got the better of you, 'cause you died.
Oh,
You killed yourself.
then how did how did I keep walking around?
Funny thing is that there's this entity for death called death, and decided that you shouldn't die. So death made you an immortal to watch over all the dead souls that happen to come by and need to be taken care of, sent to the other side, sent to rest. And the
The
first two
wayward
people you
overseer.
got, yeah, and the first two people you got,
It's Mariana and Santiago. I the the vision is different in my head. It was somewhere we were standing somewhere looking at something. It was like a cliff. I could never tell what was beyond that, but I remember standing there with them. Was that it? Was there a cliff?
yeah, it was a sort of realm. You called the graveyard realm or whatever. And that was where you would send the people off to the other side. Tell them to basically jump off a cliff, but in a meaningful way.
A
You were
meaningful
forced to
way
keep living.
to just
Well,
guide
a
souls.
meaningful way of jumping off a cliff, because whenever you tell somebody to jump off a cliff, they think you want them to hurt themselves. But in this way, you want them to go to the other side and be done with life, take care of themselves or whatever.
Right.
But, you weren't allowed that kind of throwing your own self into the void so you wouldn't have to keep living like you wanted to, because you are now the wayward overseer. You have to look over all the people who die, which means that you are not allowed to die. So you were made immortal. And no matter how many times that you tried to hurt yourself to end it all, to finally go over the little edge, you didn't, because you kept coming back. You couldn't die, and you kept dying because you couldn't live. Is this all coming together?
Um, I don't even know what to think.
I'm sure
Everything
it's a
hurts as
lot
I
to
just
think.
remember it.
Trust
I
me, that's not all.
feel like I just felt every death come back to me all at once. I, I just have flashes, glimpses of the many ways I ki- did did what I did. What did I do wrong? Where did I go from this?
You want to know?
Yes, Cora, I do. I wanted to hear it all, remember?
You're still sure?
Yes.
Well, you stopped dying eventually. Maybe you gave up over trying to die. Or maybe you just found people to live for. It took a good 2 years, of course. But this is a zombie apocalypse. People came and went. You'd never really had a stable friendship with most people. You were getting very numb, you know? Because so many people died around you, but you just couldn't. Until you found this place called Asmodoff. A little sanctuary of sorts. Another little refugee area. But in this warehouse kind of place. With a bunch more supplies. Enough to provide. And you were welcomed in. And, the leader, Grayson, he welcomed you with open arms when he heard that you wanted to be a preacher. How badly you wanted it. Because, he was a preacher himself. And he was very open to having you preach and do all the sermons with him. Be a leader of sorts. You know, until he offered up a woman to you for sex work. And then you kind of just shot him. Well, you didn't shoot him. You got mad at him, and then he shot you. But
Okay.
yes,
Sorry, there's just so much. I feel like a pit in my stomach, like everything's clawing at me, like scratching at me.
mm,
It's an awful feeling. I don't like this.
you want to stop?
No. What did I do to him?
You kind of did the exact same thing that you're feeling right now. You kind of punched through his chest, stomach area, whatever that is. You kind of disemboweled him just with your bare hands. Be scary, don't you think?
You have no idea.
And after he died, you were made the new leader. I think you announced yourself as the leader. And you got your brother back. Antonio. So you had your family back. You had a leadership. You had everything.
But it just kept getting worse.
Life was never kind to you.
Why?
Some people just like to hurt people.
Why could I have just been happy? Why did everything fall apart around me? What did I do to deserve it all? Surely you must know. What did I do? What did I do to deserve this? Why me?
All you did was live.
If I don't want to live anymore? What if I just want that to be it? Why did I have to come back again? just to continue to suffer, be put somewhere where I don't need to be. Why is life
Yeah,
so cruel?
some would say gods and fate and stuff. And death just happened to decide that you should not be able to pass, that you should be the wayward overseer, that you should just keep suffering beyond your own control.
Then what? Having Antonio. Living at
You had an
Asmp, being the leader. Where did it lead me?
you had a nice life, if not still being rather sad. You were very sexually active, but with no um like talking. You
What?
weren't interested in a friendship or a relationship. You were just sad and needed something. Attachments. You didn't need any of those. But when people are sad, they tend to do that. Just need something. But I mean, otherwise, you had a pretty nice life there. You were a leader, and all these things to do with all these people. You had your brother, you had a sense of family. And of course, it couldn't last. There was an attack on this little trade route. It killed a lot of people, and it killed your only brother. And that's when you got really angry, got really vengeful. That's really when you started being a bully. You started leading with an iron fist, you started being very rude, controlling to the other camps, as bullies are. You still wanted to die because you didn't have anything else to really live for.
I was.
Mm.
I was unhappy. I wasn't content with anything. Everything was lost. The world was better off without me. Better yet, someone like me.
And then you heard of a cure to this zombie virus, and you'd hoped this would cure you of your immortality curse, that you'd be free. So you fell in, started chasing after this Meredith, this Nate, this Lachlan. So many issues. And you lost yourself. You started killing yourself or getting yourself killed as just a part of your strategy because you couldn't die. Just start getting really unhinged. You defied that god of death, kind of your boss, by killing the younger brother of one of the misadventurers that you were after in the graveyard realm, so he
God,
couldn't pass on.
Kushma.
He's stuck in limbo. Yeah,
That's where that name's from.
Icarus and Achilles.
Yes. The, the younger one was Achilles.
Mm-hmm.
God, what happened to me?
You lost yourself.
Keep going. All the way through.
Well, you killed the kid. Now he's stuck in limbo. He can't pass on, but he can't be gotten back because you're the only one with access to that realm.
Can I access it now? Do something about that?
I'm sure you could try.
How? I don't even know how I would.
Maybe you'll figure it out eventually. And it was during these little chasing people, killing yourself, getting killed, that you met Alphonse. And you decided that maybe you could love someone. And you did love him. Good little break from all the chaos and all the murder. Just to go back to a cottage. Nice warm cottage. In a swamp. Just to be free.
That wasn't enough. I already know the answer.
Did eventually lose your immortality. Thanks to Nate and Meredith. It was a bit of a gamble and they tricked you, of course. And you had one final fight with them. And then you died. For good. You were dead for good. And then this time Alphonse brought you back. In secret, of course. Death couldn't know that you were back. And Alphonse just wanted to have a life with you.
But I robbed them of that.
All you wanted was to just get your revenge. You couldn't leave loose ends. You're such a perfectionist that way. You left them behind, woke up with her. You went back to Nate, tortured. You beat him. You almost killed him. And just to get Meredith on your radar, so she'd know that you're back. Just so you could fight her and lose. I mean, you did get a good hit in. You took her arm that she got back. But you were gone.
What was that like? That that last moment of life.
You finally noticed what a beautiful day it was. Only you'd realized it sooner, is what you said.
And then
You died to the blood loss. And having your chest torn open by a grenade, thanks to one Ballard.
Meredith, it was Lachlan who
Hmm.
blew up the windows, sent us flying out. It was one of the first things I even remembered waking up on the train track. It was the first thing I ever said to Leon. Their voices. All the voices I've been hearing lately all sound very reminiscent of the life I once had. But all I can think about is Alphonse and how I left them. How I robbed them of happiness the same way death robbed me of mine. And I was a fool. I died knowing that I was going to die. I couldn't just sit still and be fine. Why couldn't I? Why couldn't I ever just sit down and just enjoy the small bit of bliss that I was offered? What the fuck is wrong with me? Why am I here? I died, didn't I? Why did I wake up in 1957 to be surrounded by people that need help, but I don't even know who I am? How can I give people help and be there for people if I don't even know how to help myself? What do I. What can I do?
What do you want to do?
I need to protect Devilstown. Do something right. Amend everything that I've done wrong. Samuel's an obstacle. He doesn't know what the fuck is going on, and the others, they need convincing. Why do I fucking think like that? But it needs to be done, right? You said so.
Mhm. I did.
Will
Who else
doing
is
this
gonna take
help
care?
me? What
I'm sure in
do I
the
get out
long
of
run it
this?
will.
After my death, what happened? Once I died to Meredith, what could have happened to bring me here?
I'm not sure what happened to the rest of your body, but Meredith taxidermied your head in a sort of way, and now just carries your skull around.
Part of me still with her?
She put jewels on it. I'm not sure what happened to your body. I just know what happened to your head. Maybe you were properly buried. Or maybe you're around because you weren't properly buried. And you have unfinished business and need to have your body properly buried. And then you'll move on. Though it's difficult to do when you're in the wrong time.
How did I get here? Why here? Was it Meredith? Was it Alphonse?
I'm not sure.
Why? Don't tell me you're not sure.
I don't
Don't
know.
give me that. You know everything else. How do you not know about this?
You just appeared.
What else are you hiding from me? What else do you know? You know everything. You know every little detail. You know everything about me. Who are you? What are you?
I'm human, and I don't know.
Don't play fucking games with me. Everything is a fucking. Everything is. Oh my god. I feel so lightheaded. What? How do you not know? You know every little thing. You know things about other people, not just me. Why am I here just to be? Why am I here just to help? Why here? Why can't I just die? Why can't I just be left alone? Tell me, Cora. Make it make fucking sense because everything you've said is true. I see it so clearly. They're, it doesn't feel right calling them my memories, but it does. They are my memories. Why? Why can't I just fucking die? Why do I have to be here? Away from everyone. There's nobody here. There is no Mariano. There is no Santiago. There's no Meredith. There's no Lachlan. There's no Alphonse. There's no fucking Kier. There's nothing for me here. That. That vial with that liquid. I wasn't supposed to have it. The memory you told me I lost. That fight in the train yard where I woke up. That's why I woke up on the tracks, all dazed and out of it. But I knew it happened before. And it's true, Cora. You're right. But why, when I woke up in this world, I had that on me? Nate didn't give it to me. I had it in my hand for maybe a minute. But why now? Why do I have this now just to remind me how fucking lost I am? How crazy am I? Be honest with me. How am I not. Am I dead now? Is everything here not real? Surely if I just died again, I'd be back where I started. Right? Right? Why can't it be? Why can't I just be alone? Say something.
I'm sorry I told you.
No. I'm sorry I burdened you with my story. That you know me. I'm sorry that I wasn't brave enough to learn sooner, but I am now. I'm sorry. I'll sit down and I'll listen.
What else is there to listen to?
Is that enough for you to decide? What else do you have to tell me to make me relax again?
You could just leave. Leave this town, not take it over. Just go on
There's,
living.
there's nothing for me out there. There's nothing out there at all. You told me I need to do this. Why are you casting me away now?
You wanted me to tell you something that would calm you.
But you told me I have to. That I have to take over. That I know what's best, and I think I do, but why do I feel like the real Olsen is behind it? Why can't I just be my own person? Why did I have to be him?
Maybe he's trying to help.
What? Do you
Maybe
think he's do you think he's sorry for what he's done? To the people he's killed? Children, loved ones, family? The people he's hurt. And he's me. Am I just going to become him? Is that what this is?
you're your own person.
Why do I feel like I'm not? Why do I just feel like a husk waiting for him just to wake up and take over? It's all just one big fucking tragedy. A sick joke. What do I have to do? Here, in Devilstown, to make sure everyone is protected, safe, not fearing for their lives that Ignis is going to wash over them with lava should anything bad happen to them. Or to others. What do I have to do, Cora? Tell me.
Take care of Samuel.
What specifically? Does he have to die by my hand?
Maybe you can make it look like an accident. You said it yourself. You don't think he's fit to rule this place. Maybe subconsciously you think he's just like how you used to be.
What
Maybe
does
you
it say
know
about
what's
me?
best.
Isn't that what I did to Grayson? What he did?
Grace,
That was his name, is it not?
it was. Grayson would usually kill first. But he hid it behind a sort of nice little smile. Tied it up in a bow in a preacher's outfit.
I'll figure out how to take care of Samuel. It's what it's what's best for the town. I need time to show them that I'm not some decrepit, uh, My head hurts.
Take
That
a
I'm
nap.
not just some. No, I need to be awake. I need to show them that I'm not just some old man with dementia. That I'm capable, and that I can. Surely they know that I was the one to negotiate with Ignis. I took a fireball to the chest. If if I just showed them that I can be a better leader, then maybe that's the first step to redeeming me, Olsen, or Alejandro. These personalities, just lost souls and just one mindless husk. Who am I to be? Who am I to have them delivered by me? Are you still with me?
I'm still here. Are you still here?
Yeah, and I will be. You think that's all?
That's all. That's your whole story.
If only it felt more real to me.
I'm sure it will eventually.
Cora,
Yeah.
thank you. I It hurt so much, but I needed to endure it. So I'm thankful. Thank you.
Of course. Anything to help.
There's just one thing.
Yes.
What's over there? By those trees.
We talked. It's nothing important.
Now that I know everything, I think I can. Can I see it? With my own eyes.
If you're certain.
Okay. Will I regret it?
It's up to you to decide.
You can lead the way.
Okay. Mm.
What? What is it? It's just a skull
And bones.
and bones and bushes. Who was it?
Nobody.
What? What was it? Not who.
Nobody.
Is there more? Oh, God. Who were these people?
They tried to take my forest. And now they're nobody important.
What are you?
I'm human.
Is there more?
That's it. That remains.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go home now.
All right.
Thank you again for the talk. That I won't speak of whatever that was.
You're welcome.
Good night, Cora. I'm sure I'll see you one day. Soon.
Good night, Alejandro. Have a safe walk.
Maybe maybe I can finally go to sleep. Stop tossing and turning, thinking about everything. Is this really what I needed to hear? Why am I trying to convince myself otherwise? Yes, of course it's what I needed. Cora's been with me since the start. Besides Ignis, she's the only one who really knows me. Ignis only knew a little. Cora knows everything. The same deal with everyone else. What about everyone back then, or ahead of time? No, that wouldn't make sense. She says she's human, but maybe that is the truth. What do I have to do with this town? To convince them I'm good, but to convince myself I'm not him. Who am I really? What? What the fuck was that? Am I hearing things? It sounded like a voice. Hello? Hello? it in my head? Maybe I am going crazy. Why does that voice sound familiar? I need the rest. Just go to bed. Just go to bed.